In name of God, the most beneficent, the most merciful, I feel honored to be on this learning panel. I say Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Peace be to all of you. I will try to complete my speech within 5-6 minutes. My background is not a professional counselor, but I have been involved in dealing with people, both Muslims and non-Muslims, who seem to have some very strange type of views, which is not acceptable in a normal kind of conversation and should not be acceptable in normal, healthy society. Now, I have listened to all the panelists here. If I pronounce correctly, Mr. Frege. He talked about relationship and education. Dr. Bikram Paul, he talked about getting to know, coming together. Pandit Kishore Saab, I am from India also, so if I tell a few Hindi words, I hope you don't mind.
Yes.
So, and I listened to the learned panel. I'm the least learned, but I'm just going to tell you some of the experiences that I have in dealing with people with various backgrounds. In general, why do people develop extremist ideas? It seems like it's a human condition. It's not generally related to religion or a specific type of ideology. However, people have that personality trait. And when they have that trait, if suitable environment is provided to them, they develop and build on that trait. However, if another set of environment is provided, another type of education is provided, another type of relationship provided, then it is equally possible to guide them in the right direction. FBI on their website lists why do people become extremists? Several reasons. They say primarily they divide in two categories: personal need and fear and anxieties. Personal need can be power, it can be achievement, it could be affiliation, it could be importance, how important you feel, social, but it could be the social conditioning and fears, social alienation, anxiety, frustration, painful exercises, and so forth. I have had opportunity, as I said, in dealing with people with Muslim and non-Muslim background, Hindus, Christians, even Jews, atheists, and so forth. And I found extremism to be present to a different degree in different types of people. For example, very recently, I had some interaction with Trump supporters. Again, I don't mean, before I go forward, I don't mean to have any type of negative, I don't want to criticize anybody here, and I'm not trying to hurt anybody's sentiments, but I'm just presenting my point of view and my experiences. So one may agree or may disagree with me, but my intention is not to hurt your feelings. So he was very strong, and whoever he thinks was his political or cultural or opponent, he seemed to think that people who vote Democratic Party are evil people, very strong. He seemed to think that immigrants bring a lot of bad habits. They're not helping America, and they are bringing bad stuff. He had very bad opinion about Muslims, Mexicans, who are not actually Muslim, but Christians. He had bad opinion about Hindus and other people. So I sat down with him. I asked him, what's bothering you? Are you religious? He said, yes, I'm religious. So I said, what is it in your religion? And this is how I approach. Typically, I try to find out what is bothering them. Typically, it is not the output that they are trying to say, which is actually bothering them, and that has caused them to have that type of negative opinion about people, but it is actually something inbuilt, ingrained in their system. Either fear or fear of unknown, or anxiety or frustration, or maybe job loss or some family problem or something. And several examples that I will quote will prove the point that actually that is the case. It's not the religion or the a specific text of any religion that is causing them in general to become extremist. And here, I'm not talking about hardened criminals. I'm talking about average day-to-day people, your neighbors, your co-workers, the people that you interact with in a shopping mall or a grocery store and so forth. So when I talked to him, and we talked about his religion, his religious beliefs and so forth, And normally I try to show sympathy to the individual, specifically where there is some type of agreement. So that builds a relationship, and then he opens up, and then kind of go through their problem, and then develop friendship. And just like extremism doesn't develop in a day, extremism cannot be removed in a day either. It takes time, but it is doable and it's possible. So with this individual, I became eventually friend. I removed many of his misconceptions about immigrants. I told him how they are contributing positively to the American life, economic life, cultural life, and so forth. And all kind of people, Hindu, Muslim, Jews, all kind of people, it's a mosaic, America is a mosaic, and how they are bringing positive changes. And few cases of somebody committing rape or murder or this or that is not general. If you generalize it, it's a problem. Then I give you an example, another Muslim. I met a Muslim, and he was very angry. I said, what happened to you? What is bothering you? He said, you know, these non-Muslims, they are evil people. They are evil Jews, evil Christians, and all this. I said, what makes you to say that? And then I realized that actually that guy doesn't have much knowledge about religion anyway. And his problem was bombing in Iraq, you know, the Iraq bombing that was going on at the time. So I said, that's a political issue. Yes, people are being killed, and there are legitimate way for us to oppose that evil in our society. But the way you are saying is actually not in accordance with Quran, that the religion that you claim to believe in, or teaching of Prophet Muhammad. Prophet Muhammad, did he teach people like that? Is there anything like that in the Quran? Is there anything that says people to become evil or harmful to others? No, it doesn't say that. Yes, there is a permission to war, but that is for the government. It's not for the individuals. For individuals, there are very specific teachings how you deal with people. And then I told him, didn't Prophet Muhammad say that the best Muslim is someone who is best for the people around him? Didn't he say that a Muslim is not a Muslim if he goes full stomach to bed, but empty stomach to but his neighbor goes empty stomach? That means you have to be caring and sharing. He said yes. So then I went through one by one, and then he's now a very good friend of mine, and he changed his opinion drastically. Then I had a Hindu acquaintances, and he also developed very, very bad attitude about Muslims, for example, because you know, as many people are on the panel from India, there is some major issues going on in India, social and political issues, and that is causing people to hate other people. So I found, and then he was making a very general statement: Muslims are evil, they are making this and making that, and there are more than 200 million Muslims, and he wants to kick them out from India. I said, how are you going to do that? And then I started talking to him, what's bothering you? What is it that's bothering you? And he went into grievances and so forth. And as I said in the beginning, these are personal issues. These are nothing to do with religion. And then I told him, isn't it the case that your religion teaches Vasudeva Kutumbakam? Means the world is a family. Isn't it the case? He said, yes. I asked him, isn't it the case that Swami Vivekananda said that India needs Islam body and Vedanta soul? Didn't he say that? He didn't know about it. He said, just go and read up. I will give you references. Please go and read. So why don't you become good in your religion? Why don't you read Gita? Does Gita not say that we need to be one of the core teaching in Hinduism? So in the likewise manner, I also have met missionary and other people, and overall my experience has been that when you deal with people in kindness, deal people with mercy, deal people with understanding, it's possible to remove those people from extremism and move them towards normal society so that they can become productive members of society. I'm sorry I took too much time. I didn't check the timing. I wish I did. But anyway, thank you so much. And hopefully I will not take time in question and answer, but if there is a question and answer, I will answer more experiences that I have had in my personal life. Thank you.